Hello and welcome to Hellow Media for another interview with a very special guest. We welcome Danielle, who absolutely loves craft. She has created shoes and socks and has also published 2 books.
What's your favourite hobby?
I don't think I can pick a favourite one over all time, but what I can say is right now my favourite is knitting. I go through a whole lot of phases with my craft. Sometimes I'll be into one thing, I'll be really into sewing, and then something will change and I'll see a nice yarn that I like and then I'll pick up knitting. So right now my favourite hobby is knitting.
When it comes to knitting, how do you know what colour to pick when you're knitting something?
I'm very particular about the way things blend in. Like I look at your wall here and you've got the beautiful yellow, it matches really well with the blue and the white. So when I look at something, I look at it and I can tell whether it's going to clash. But when I pick up 2 balls of wool or 2 pieces of material, I can't tell. I can see it when it's finished, but I don't have that ability to see it at the end. So sometimes it's just a bit of luck, but often what I do is I might go to Instagram or I might go to Pinterest and I'll go and have a look and see what other people have done, and that just helps me to choose my colours.
You say you go to Pinterest and Instagram. Are those the 2 places or sources that you get your inspiration from, or where else do you get your inspiration from?
Good question, Charlotte. I go to those 2. I also go to Ravelry, so that's a knitting, at the moment that's a knitting website, but mainly it's Instagram, because it's really easy to put in a hashtag and I can put something in and I can go and see what other people have done with it.
My second question is, who would you invite to dinner and why?
I would have to say any of the painters that have painted, the painters like Monet or Manet, or I think to be able to have a famous painter in, because we look at them now and they're really famous and they have all these beautiful artworks. I often wonder if they didn't have the self-confidence when they were alive. I'd love to hear that story.
What would you make?
Probably wouldn't make lasagna, I wouldn't make Italian because, well, I'd probably embarrass myself with the Italian painters. I think I would probably make my favourite chicken dish, which is a roast chicken.
Why is it so important to have hobbies?
I think it's really important to have hobbies. For me, it's my downtime. I find that I work really hard and I need time where my brain is quiet. And to do that, I need my fingers to be busy, or I need my hands to be busy. So it allows me just to rest, to relax. I'm not thinking about anything, and I feel good about myself. I think when you've got hobbies, you feel really good about yourself. You learn a lot about yourself. I learn a lot about making mistakes. I'm not worrying about mistakes. I learn a lot about not worried about finishing it, but being on the journey. So there's a whole lot of reasons why I think hobbies are good for people. I just think it's good for the soul.
What satisfaction do you get from making something yourself?
I get enormous satisfaction. For being someone who's always trying to race to the finish line, I get the satisfaction of being on the journey and not trying to rush it. One of the things I've learnt really lately, just even with my knitting or with my sewing, is not to speed through something, and when I do make a mistake, because I make lots of mistakes, I then take the time to enjoy the unpicking process. And so it's been a real learning curve for me, just not to race to the end and have something finished, or not to only be proud of myself when I finish something, but be proud of something when I'm halfway through, or even just starting.
What is your main part in knitting, or what do you enjoy most in knitting?
I enjoy, one of the things I really enjoy is when I'm knitting, my fingers are busy, so I'm not eating junk food. That's always a good thing, helps with my health. I like challenging myself to try new things, and that's what I'm enjoying at the moment.
So why do you like to craft?
There's a whole host of reasons, but one of the reasons I like to craft is I like to find groups of people who are doing the same craft.
What would you be doing if this didn't happen?
I'd probably be too much in my head. I'd probably be thinking too much. I might be tempted to be going back and working a little bit. I certainly wouldn't feel like I was getting my downtime.
A librarian or something?
Wow, I actually would love to be a librarian because I do love books. If I wasn't crafting, I think I would probably just be vegetating on the couch in front of the TV, and I'd probably be I would think I'd be wasting my time.
Excited to know about your books. Can you please tell me more about it?
Oh, thank you. Well, I wrote I wrote the Selfish Servant book when I was doing a bit of speaking on stage, and we had a business, and a lot of people were asking me questions about how we gave really good customer service. And so I wrote that one and self-published it. And it talks all about you actually, to give really good service to other people, you've really got to look after yourself. And that applies personally and in business. So it's kind of got my stories through it as well.
What would you say is your favourite cake from the whole book?
I absolutely love the meat pie cake. That's my favourite. I didn't do that one of the other girls did that. But the cake book, the Aussie cake book, is all how to make really easy cakes. And they're all got Aussie themes. I tell you what, I made a Vegemite cake. I wasn't allowed to publish it, unfortunately, because the copyright from Kraft, I think it was at the stage, but it was such a difficult cake to make, and I couldn't get icing to match the Vegemite colour, so I just used Vegemite.
What is your biggest fear?
I would think failing is my biggest fear. So making a mistake and failing, and actually they're probably two different things. I don't know which one's bigger. The crazy thing is that I know that the only person who thinks I failed anything would be me in my head. So it's an imagined fear, I guess, and that drives me a lot to try and be perfect, and nobody's perfect.
How long does it take you to knit something?
Well, it depends on what I'm knitting and how big my needles are, but my smaller projects that I'm playing with at the moment are socks, and I downloaded an app recently so I could time myself while I was knitting socks, and it took me 16 hours to knit the pair of socks that I'm wearing today. So that was a pretty big effort. It took me about the same to knit this little pair of socks, slightly bigger wool. I think it took me about 3 months to knit this, so because I wasn't doing it all the time. So I've got a little matching vest that goes with my socks. I think I started this project, which is a crochet project, about 5 years ago. I still haven't finished it. So it's a cardigan that I'm making. So there you go. It just depends and it varies. And I have lots of different projects on the go because I do tend to get bored with just the one. They call it being a monogamous knitter when you knit one thing at a time. I'm definitely got 4 or 5 or 10 projects on the go, and that helps me stay a little bit engaged.
What are your favourite Disney movies?
Cinderella.
Yes!
Hands down, Cinderella. Is yours Cinderella?
Yes, I do. It's my favourite.
Yeah, high five. Why do you like Cinderella?
Well, my sister Cinderella, it was a cruise, alright? She is so nice. A little collect sleeper. That's really cool.
What is your favourite movie?
Ben, I've had lots of favourite movies over the years, but I have to say the one movie that we watch every year on Christmas morning is Die Hard. So it's the Christmas movie. We get up every Christmas morning and we sit and we watch it, and I just love it. It's a lovely story of redemption.
Do you have any holidays planned coming up?
I do have one planned. We've got a group of people, my husband's turning 70, and we're all going away to Fiji together this time next year. So, October next year. So I'm really looking forward to that. That'll be my next holiday.
Do you sell any of the items that you make?
No, I'm probably not good enough to sell the items that I make, and I'm a little bit selfish because I like to wear them myself.
What you said you like to wear them yourself. What's your favourite to wear?
Oh, I love a vest. Yeah? I do love a vest because it goes on over everything, so something that I can pull on when I'm a little bit cold.
Yeah?
Yeah.
This next question intrigues me. Air. It's all around us. Mm-hmm. But making shoes from air? How?
I know, it's such a really interesting thought, isn't it? Because I think about air as like thinking or thoughts.
Yeah.
So our thoughts are like air because we can't touch them, I suppose, like we touch air. And I came up with an idea that I wanted some golf balls on my shoes. And so I went to an AI art on my computer, on my phone actually, I was doing it, and I went to an AI art generator and I created just the perfect shade of golf balls in pink. And then again, thinking about where I could get them printed, I had a bit of a Google and I came across Printify, which is a global printing, and you can print on anything, a bit like merchandise, like your merchandise that you get printed. And so I went on to Printify and I found that I could print a pair of shoes. And I did all of that while I was lying in bed on my mobile phone, and lo and behold, they turned up. I like to think that they came out of thin air because they came out of my imagination.
We were talking about cooking earlier.
Yeah.
You mentioned Vegemite cake.
Yes.
That intrigued me. Can you explain the Vegemite cake and what other unusual, I'm not going to say weird, unusual creations have you come up with?
Well, so the Vegemite cake, I had to make the cake just for the photographs in the book. So no one was actually going to eat it. And the thing was that we made them and then they actually sat on my living room floor for about 3 weeks before the photographer came. So I had to make them out of things that wouldn't go rotten. And Vegemite really doesn't go rotten. And I couldn't get the colour, as I said, so I made this cake out of that. But my sister-in-law is a very clever lady and she does, this is where I got the idea from, she does all of the photography for food packets. And so there's an art to all of that. And quite often, for example, if you see a bowl of cereal in a picture on a packet, that's not actually milk, they might have used glue or something else. So it's quite common when you're doing photography to use other things. I haven't actually used glue in any of mine, but I have used Vegemite.
What else would you like to use?
What else would I like to use? I do like working with chocolate.
I was going to say Tim Tam, so chocolate.
Tim Tams? Yeah. I reckon you could make a cake and then you could stick all the Tim Tams all the way around the outside and it would look like logs and then you could you know, put some stuff in the middle.
100%. Double stuffed.
Double stuffed Tim Tams. Okay. Yeah. And with the rule that I have to eat every second one.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay.
Thank you, Danielle, for your time today. We are so thankful to have you coming in. We certainly have loved getting to know you